What's going on, guys? Z here from the Awesome Nerd Show, and today we're looking at the new Marvel Legends Toxin figures. So it's labeled as being from Venom, but it's probably just part of the Venom collection since this is a symbiote. But Toxin here looks really cool, just the way it's overall designed, especially with the red upper part and black lower part. So it looks like a mixture of Carnage and Venom, and just looks super cool. And overall, Toxin seems pretty cool as well. So the box art looks pretty cool. So there's a look at his face. So he's got the bright green tongue, which he does have in there, which looks cool. And I like up on the side here, like his tentacles have little teeth on them and stuff, which is crazy. So there's a look at the figure on the back. And it says that Toxin is the 1000th symbiote in the lineage that includes Carnage and Venom. And Toxin is feared by many to be the strongest and most dangerous. So very cool building up Toxin there, and that figure just looks awesome. So I'm excited to get this figure out and take a look at it. So let's go and open it. So here I got Toxin out of the box, and this looks pretty dang cool. Again, very cool design overall, especially being half red and half black. Like I said, a mixture of Carnage and Venom put together. So it kind of makes a super cool looking symbiote. So Toxin is a symbiote that obviously was born the 1000th in the line of symbiotes, and it ended up bonding to a police officer named Pat Mulligan. And because of that, Venom and Carnage both believed that Toxin would end up being a good guy since it was bonded to a police officer, so they didn't really have to worry about him being a supervillain or anything that could take on and beat them. So that's pretty cool. But I guess he's a good guy, and by what I read, it seemed like he did fight on good sides most of the time, and he wasn't really evil, although he looks absolutely terrifying and wouldn't be surprising to be a bad guy. But the figure looks pretty cool. It's big and everything, and we don't have the other Venom, so like that other Venom that came out just like this, where it's just the individual Venom, not the Build-A-Figure or anything. They came out sometime this year. We still have not received it, so I don't have it here to like be able to compare them, and we haven't been able to find it anywhere, and our pre-order hasn't come in, and it's been months now. It seemed like people were starting to get them back in February, and we still don't have it, so I don't have that to really look at to compare. But it's just a big figure, so it's going to be like your average Build-A-Figure of a big body like this, so nothing too different there. But it just looks super cool. So if we look at his face there, you can see the design into it. Again, an all red color, has the big giant teeth in the front, nice green mouth with the tongue coming out. Now, I liked on the box, the green was like more of a neon green, so it stood out more. This, looks just like a dark color, and it's kind of like paled out and stuff, so I wish it popped more than it does, but just have to deal with it. But the face looks crazy, so you can see his eyes there, has this big black circle thing around his eye, reminds me a lot of Carnage, and has little tiny yellow eyes in there, so that's pretty cool. And I know you probably won't be able to see it on camera, but it's so weird because like the head and body look different. So the red is more like just a normal red color, has a little bit of shine to it, but the body goes into like a paler, more flat color, so there's a little bit of color difference there, which is kind of annoying to me. I just don't like that color difference. And then the way this was designed in the box, the back was separate, so you had to pop it on here, but I don't know if you can see it. You can see there's gaps all the way around, and like if you move the arms a certain way, the back just pops off in it, so it doesn't really stick on too well. So that's a little disappointing and kind of worrisome and everything, that it doesn't stick on too well. And then coming off the shoulders, we have some like the tendrils and stuff. So this one we just have normal tendril, and on this side we have our first little mouth thing, so it's kind of like a Venus flytrap type thing. And again, on the box they had some neon green color into it as well, so that would have been cool, but they just made it all red. And as I mentioned, it goes from red, and you can see his body there has all the veins and everything. It looks crazy how like veined and ripped up he is. But then it transitions into the black, and the black is a little bit weird. In some spots it's shiny, and some spots it's dull, so it's kind of weird. Just like whatever paint they use or spray they put on like for shininess, it's like not completely covered, so there's a little bit of weird issues. But as the hands and everything looks like Venom normally does, so nothing too weird from there down. It's just all black and looks just like Venom's do, and then he's got the feet there with the claws and everything, so nothing too crazy going on with this figure. Color wise, he's just pretty basic. So the head is the only thing that's really cool to me because it looks so creepy and everything, and then it has the green tongue, which is cool. But for the figure, we have some movements here, so the head can look up that far and down that far, and then it can twist there all the way around, so pretty decent. The shoulders don't come up very high just because of the bulkiness, and again, as I'm pushing it, it's starting to pop the back off, so they don't come up too high, unfortunately, but they can rotate around. Then we've got the bicep twist and a single elbow joint that comes up there, only about 90 degrees though. And then we've got the wrist that can twist around there and flex back and forth, followed up by the ab crunch. He's got really good ab crunch, so he can crunch that far forward and then back pretty much none at all, but that's pretty good crunching there. And then he twists right at the waist, can twist all the way around. And then we got the legs that come up under 90 degrees some, and then out to the side pretty far. Then we got the thigh twist in there, and a double knee joint that comes up that far, so pretty decent. And then this figure does have a shin twist right here, so the foot can twist all the way around there. And then speaking of the foot, it flexes back and forth there like that, twist side to side, so pretty standard movements for the feet. So again, overall pretty basic figure, especially if you've seen the Build-A-Figures. It's pretty much exactly one of the Build-A-Figures, just sold individually. Now, one thing that's cool with Toxin is he does come with the attachments of these extra tendrils, which are actually tendrils on tendrils, so they come in separate pieces. So like it's got this piece that's just tendrils, and then this piece that's tendrils, and it has more of the little mouth pieces and everything. And so it even has where they attach to each other, so the two separate pieces then pop into each other, so you got big chunks of tendrils here that then slide into the holes on the back. So we've got the 2 holes there. So let me go ahead and pop these 2 on. So there, once you put the tendrils on, it looks super cool, like especially with all this stuff just coming off of his back. Super weird and creepy. So again, has all the little mouth pieces and then just the tendrils. And I like how they even are laid out. So they come up here or like around to his chest and everything. He even has the little mouthpiece there. So just very cool that they stick off the back. Just makes him really big and huge. It looks like he's almost got just crazy hair or something. So again, it has the tendril pieces attached onto the tendril pieces and then onto his back. So big and like bulky tendrils and everything going on there that kind of really fills it out more. So that's a really cool detail that goes on with it. But again, just makes it big and bulky. And then the way they just slide into the back is a little bit weird. And then that whole back piece is just annoying that it doesn't really click on too well. And so for Toxin's powers, he's pretty much exactly the same as Venom and Carnage. His powers are just stronger than theirs. But he has the pretty standard stuff of superhuman speed, reflexes, and durability. He has a healing factor. He has camouflage capabilities, wall crawling, and webbing. So pretty similar to Venom and Carnage as mentioned before. So just a different symbiote and what looks to be like a combination of their 2 bodies. So overall, I think this Toxin looks pretty cool. Like I said, may not be the best thing. I'm kind of glad it wasn't like a Build-A-Figure because I think it'd be a little disappointing for a Build-A-Figure, but still pretty cool looking overall. And if you like the symbiotes, this is definitely a symbiote worth adding to your collection because it's just huge and looks pretty cool. But that's going to be it for this review of the Marvel Legends Toxin. Let me know your opinions of it down in the comments. And if you enjoyed and want to see more Marvel Legends, hit the subscribe button while you're down there. But thank you all for watching. Remember to stay awesome out there, and I'll see you next time.